Good day, YouTube. It is the 11th of July, 2023. And there's been something I've been wanting to do for a while. And I'm going to bring you guys along for the ride. Back in the mid-70s, my dad started racing cars. And in the early 80s, so did I. This was my car, 1987 season. This was the last season that I raced. And then I sold this car to my dad. He changed the number and he drove it till 1993. And my buddy who was working on it in these pictures that were taken without me knowing, we believe owns the car today. Can't confirm it, but it may be still around. I'm not really sure. So these are this was given to me for my birthday in 1987. But anyway, one of the tasks that I tasked myself with every week on my dad's car, my uncle's car, whoever's car showed up in the driveway, was keeping the body in pretty good condition. You know, we've done a few videos where I'm working with Carter Patterson Racing to do that for his team. But one of the things that I used to do, and this isn't really a good example, was to keep the lettering done, the numbers on the door, sponsors, stuff like that. This one's actually done in tape, so it's like, again, a bad example. Walking out to my shop truck is a better example of some lettering. Yeah, and the mystery machine is another example of hand lettering in the flowers and such on the van. And I actually did that with a projector, and I took the original, an original cartoon off the internet, and this is basically a kind of a copy of that cartoon. In working on Carter's body panels recently, I've kind of got a renewed interest in painting those letters and things, and restoring, even we were restoring decals with using paint. But today's different modern paintbrushes stuff, and I can afford the stuff these days, which back when I was a teenager and stuff, I just used what I could get. But I've invested over the years in some better brushes and one-shot paint and things. I just got some bunch of stuff in my box here, and we'll get that out in a second. And I wanted practice a little bit, but I don't want to just throw away the practice. So I had an idea, and here's the idea. There was this new young gun driver in the Hornet division. These are 4-cylinder entry-level race cars that debuted his race car last Saturday night and revealed he's very, very talented. He's 13 years old. He's a junior high school, and he's out there. He did a great job. He just had the crowd just standing. It was a lot of fun to watch him, and his name was Mason King. He drove car number 7K or 7 King, and I thought I'd like to practice lettering now that maybe I have a little more time. I'm not in such a hurry. I have better brushes, I have better paint. I have no talent. I have zero artistic talent. But maybe this could turn into something. Now, if it turns into junk, you're not even going to see this video, right? I'm not going to embarrass myself and throw something out there that is horrible. But if it is usable, maybe I give this to the track promoter and let him do something that benefits Mason. Maybe they put it in a auction, sell tickets, do something. I mean, a 13-year-old kid going to school's not necessarily going to have a job, right? Although I did. Not enough to run a racing team. So I'm going to do that. So along the way, I've picked up a few maybe little tips and things that make it such that a non-artist like me could do this, and maybe y'all want to see that. So I just did this in a free version of Microsoft Excel, whatever they call it. I don't know. It's a free version. It's a spreadsheet thing. It's got some fonts and some things. I just picked a number that I liked and a font that I kind of liked. I thought I could paint. Maybe I can't. I don't know. We're going to find out. But, this is just a piece of wood. I actually stopped at a thrift store and got this piece of wood. It's kind of artificial teak or something. It's like a Formica or some sort of covered. And I just painted it red because this race car is red. So I was just looking for some sort of media to do this on without, a flimsy piece of sheet metal or something anyway. But it's got some holes in it. Somebody could screw it to their shop wall, whatever they want to do with it. So here we are. We're going to do this. Now we need to take this image and put it on here because, I can't draw this freehanded. There's some artists out there that could do it, but I can't. So I got some of this transfer paper. Got it on Amazon. It was like a pack of 110 sheets in different colors. Black being there's more black in that pack of transfer paper than any other color, so we'll use it. I hope it works. I haven't tried it yet. It came with these little different size of rubbing pins. Have different sizes of little balls on the end. So that's kind of cool. But you can just use a ballpoint pen, which is what we're going to do. And transfer. So let's see if it works, okay? I am such a poor artist that I'm not even guaranteeing I can follow the lines very well. But we're going to give it a shot. See there? I'm already off. I can't even draw it straight. How do I think I'm going to paint it straight? Well, I'm not really sure, but we'll figure it out. I have done some. I just haven't done very much, and I was never really good at it. But I'd like to be, and you learn by doing. Practice, practice. And just because you draw it crooked doesn't mean you got to paint it crooked, right? All right. Let's see what we did. Ooh, not too good. Not too good. All right. Let me, I'm going to flip on one more set of lights. I thought it was too bright in here. Yeah, it's kind of there. It could be better though. I'm going to try one of the pens that came with the kit, see how it does. It's probably going to be a little hard to see, but I think what's happening here is I painted this board yesterday and I left it out in the sun. It was still out in the sun. I think it's a little soft, and that's why the transfer is difficult. It's enough I can see it. I don't like it, but it's enough I can see it. I'm going to wait, do these tomorrow. And maybe this will dry a little more. So we're going to use all I've ever known to use. Oh, good job, camera. What are you doing? Stand up. All I've ever known to use is One Shot sign painter's paint. And I remember buying my first can. My dad bought it, back when I was a teenager. And we would just use it to letter our race cars. And back then I thought I needed like a whole quart. This is a pint. These are horribly expensive. This is probably in the $45, $50 range. Obviously this is an older can. It's pretty faded and stuff. And it's a metallic copper. It's a kind of a cool color. And I stumbled upon 3 cans of this. And that's why we're going to use this. A, it's kind of for practice. B, it looks good on red. It kind of stand out, I think. So we're going to use it. I got to use it for something. Might as well use it for practice. I do have most of the basic colors now. It's kind of an investment you make in time. I bought these little eye bolts, eye screws, screw eyes, whatever. This one's got a little yellow paint on it. And we're going to use that to dispense this paint by putting a hole in it with the screw. A little more. That should do it. What that does is allows the screw to be your stopper and allows you to dispense paint. Alright, let's set this aside. I got some little paper cups. I think I got them on Amazon a long time ago. Got these little Dixie cups. Got some plastic ones. Whatever. So we're going to put some paint. Hopefully there's no junk in it. We're going to put some paint in there. You can kind of oil can it. I'm pushing on the bottom. And you don't need much. Trust me, you don't need much. And then just put this back in. And the paint will seal around the screw and it won't dry out. And I can tell you, because I've got some of these cans that are many years old and they still dispense fine. Okay. So, I don't know. Here we go. I should find a better place to work than on my lift table, but gotta get lights. Brushes. Don't buy these because I have them. I bought these because they were on Amazon. These are from the Custom Shop, and these are lettered. Some pinstripers and sign painters, they say like use a number 8 or whatever, and I don't know how I relate an S, M, L, or XL. Oh, small, medium, large, extra large. Duh! Sorry, I just woke up. And I don't have enough experience to know what to use, so we're going to use the large. Here we go. But the first thing we got to do is clean this, so let me get set up for that. Okay, so mineral spirits for cleaning the brush, cleaning the paint, etc. This is for cleaning brushes, dedicated for cleaning brushes. I got a new these are little empty testers paint containers. That's for adding thinner to the paint, okay? So it's clean, doesn't have stuff in it. Then when you're done with the brush, obviously clean it and then oil it. So this is the oil. Brush preserving oil. There's other kinds of oil. This was, I don't know, 10 or 15 bucks or something on Amazon. I put some in this little glass testers thing because I have a few of these little jars. Then I can just go boop and then squeeze out the oil and store it. Take care of them. Brushes are expensive. These are not the most expensive brushes, but they're still expensive. Alright, I don't have a ton of time left, but I have a little time. I am going to wash my hands, and then we're going to start. We're going to see what happens. Here we go. Well, here goes nothing. So, we're going to try to learn to paint. Watching a video, you should probably go find somebody else. I've watched many. There's a lot of super talented people out there. I'm just not one of them. But I think we can make something happen here. Get this brush loaded up. Consistency seems okay. I mean, this is old paint. You see how old the can was, right? Okay. Okay. Sure wish my lines were better, but they are not. I got an idea. Got an idea. I don't know, guys. I'm just having trouble getting the right light. I got too much glare if I turn on the 4-foot LEDs overhead. I just barely see this here. This is just disaster waiting to happen. Just disaster. I tell you, disaster. Alright, I'm just going to fight this for a while. I'll bring you back if I got anything to show you. This is going to take some time. Well, very, very difficult to get the right light on this. So I don't even know what the right light is. I was having to hold this up and position it to do every stroke so the light hit it in the right spot such that I could see what the heck I was doing. So it's a combination of light and the fact that my transfer paper didn't work very good. And I don't think it's the fault of the paper in as much as that paint was pretty soft and it just didn't like to transfer. It was actually scratching. So anyway, I've cleaned and oiled the brush for today. I think I'll run to Hobby Lobby and see what they got in the painters area for maybe there's better transfer paper, maybe white grease pencil of some sort so that I could copy over. I don't know. I'm learning. You gotta make mistakes to learn. So there's that piece of it, and we'll reconvene tomorrow. All right, guys, it is the next day. Had some time to think about this, needed to step away, figure out what's wrong. I just couldn't see the borders, but I was using the black transfer paper, and then this morning I fiddled around with it a little bit and I go, what am I doing? So I tried the white, and look at that, it's freaking awesome. So I used the same sheet, I turned it 90 degrees, put it underneath the last name. You're going to use this little rub stick. I'm using the biggest one, and we will trace the outline again. And I'll show you how good it is. So my biggest issue yesterday was simply using too dark a color. You don't know if you went over the line or not. Just go over it again. I went to Hobby Lobby looking for a grease pencil, and they don't have one. So I ordered a box on Amazon, be here Monday. My wife had one that she's loaning me. What do you think? Much better, right? You see that? It's awesome. All right, I'll finish this. All right, we're a little more prepared. So got the white. I'm going to do the letters in white. And we'll outline them in black, and then we'll shadow this in black. I think it'll work. I think it'll look good. I'm going to shake that paint up, make sure that it's, it's been sitting, settled out. You can see how well these screws work. I don't know when the last time I used this paint was, but it will. Whoops, I messed. And then you can just kind of oil can it. One more. You don't need that much, right? A little goes a long ways, and you can always put more into your little cup. Not so easy to take it out. So this paint's expensive, so don't go crazy. So I've cleaned up my smallest brush, the extra small it says, and we'll do that. There's my thinner. I already spilt some here. So now we got to load this brush up with paint so it'll work. Okay, lots of fun here. So decide where you're going to start. If you're right-handed, you probably want to work left to right because your hand's got to go this way, right? I think I'm going to have to spin this depending on what kind of stroke I'm thinking here. I should take time and make a better place to work than I've got, but I'm probably not going to. I'm going to start a little ways away from my line and sneak up on it. So I'm still getting my bearings here a little bit so I could pull this and see my line. Whoa, that's a lot. Like with everything, I think I'll get better with that as I go. I'm going to continue. It's kind of going okay. It's perfect. Oh no. But it's good practice for me, and that's the whole idea. I wanted to do some practice, but I didn't want to just do practice something to throw away. Maybe this can do some good if it turns out. We'll continue. We'll continue to paint this. We got the last name left to go, and then we'll go from there. But so, what do you think? I mean, it's strictly amateur. Nobody's going to learn anything about this from me, but yeah, we're having fun with it. That's what we're doing. All right, I'm gonna rock and roll with this last name now. Yeah. Sit up my stool. Okay, it helps that I can spin this around. I probably don't have the dexterity that it takes to do this for real, but and now I've got this whole other challenge in that that's all wet right there. See if I can do this without screwing up what I've already done. I guess a little more experience, it'll get a little quicker too, I suppose. Just being mindful of where I'm at here. Alright. We're getting there. It's amateur hour, but we're getting there. Alright, got the lettering done. Guess it looks okay. Now then I'll figure out what to do with the rest of it, the 7K. So the white really pops. I want to do a black shadow on the 7K. And we'll figure it out as we go, I guess. Hopefully it looks good. Might have to do a little white outline or something. I don't know. We'll fiddle with it. We'll do something even if it's wrong. But yeah, I'm okay with that. So far, so good. Alright. Here we go. Alright. Got some black out. I have shaken the can. Take out the screw. This was before I knew to put the screw in there, and it makes a mess on the can. Again, you need very, very little. The amount of white that I used, that I put in the cup, was twice what I needed, maybe 3 times. So that would be sufficient to shadow that 7K. I don't know what I'm doing here either, but should look good. Hopefully. Okay. So I think the thing is, where's my brush? I'm using the large, not the extra large, but the large. Because it looks like it lays out pretty good. I got oil in this. I shouldn't have done that. I still have to clean this. But anyway, to shadow that. Oh yeah, go through the white, Glenn. So I'm going to shadow this direction. Okay, so nothing over here. I'll come back and do a line on it with a smaller brush, but we're shadowing right now. So we'll shadow first and then come back and line the rest to hide the ugliness and give it some definition and stuff. So we're going to shadow like at this angle down to here and down. So we're going to come across here, but not on this side, just whatever it takes to get across there. And then we'll do this side around to the bottom, but not this side. Okay, not the top. So we'll come across here, we'll come down, and we'll go across the bottom, across the bottom. We'll do that in one full swoop. We'll probably come back and do this whole thing in here black. And we're looking at this angle, so a little bit there, a little bit there, nothing on this side. And we'll come back with a smaller brush again and do the tops and the right side. That's the plan. Can't believe I even have a plan. All right, so I got oil in this brush, so I'm just gonna get it in my mineral spirits there. We'll squeeze, but not pull. We don't want to hurt the brush. Squeeze that oil out. It's oil-based paint, so it ain't got to be perfect, right? Okay, now just got a little bit of paint in there, but it should be all we need. We got to load the brush. Feels a little stiff. I'm flipping the brush over and over. Alright, here goes nothing. Let's not ruin it, alright? Just set you over here a little bit further. Don't ruin it, Glenn. So far it's heading down the road like somebody would hang this in their garage or something. So, in knowing you're going to do this, I need to start a little low right here. So I can't start at the top of the letter. That would be wrong. Okay. Don't fiddle with it too much. Goof it up. Alright. Going down. We got to get this corner. Okay. I got to come past this corner, so we got to do this one. Kind of okay, I think. Whoa. All right. We'll roll with that. Now, I'll really load the brush and see how far we can make it and run this all the way down. Don't goof it up, Glenn. This is a money shot. Wow. I really want to pull the other direction. So let's do what I'm comfortable with then. Ready? Here we go. Okay. Not wide enough. Alright. Not great. We'll see. Alright, let's try the same with the K. We're going to go all the way across at the bottom. It's got to pop out here. It's got to end short. Alright, which way do I want to pull this? Okay. Alright, I'm going to fiddle with this. What do you think? Alright, there's that much done. Oh boy. Okay, now I'm going to clean up the big brush, get out the little brush, finish the black. Alright, it's done. I brought it outside in the sun. We'll have a look. Close up. What do you think? Certainly amateur hour, I get that. But I think it's just barely good enough for someone to hang in their garage or something. So I'm going to offer this to the track promoter to do with as he sees fit, with the intention of helping this 13-year-old with his little racing program. Maybe there's a couple bucks here or something, I don't know. I did my best. I just felt like I should practice with something that's going to do more than go in the garbage. So there we go. All right, guys, appreciate you watching. Thanks for the comments. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thumbs up on the way out the door. We're going to catch you guys on the next video.